I never intended on creating a female fitness product. I'm a registered nurse in pediatrics. My passion is working with children. I also have a passion for fitness. 2 months before my husband and I got married, we put a product together trying to motivate our friends and family to get in shape for our wedding. After the release of our wedding product, my Facebook got flooded with messages from women asking, how did I get my body? There were so many questions. What do I eat? How do I train? How many times a day do I train? What to avoid? What to add? What do I do differently than most women do? That's when I decided that maybe it was time to come up with a female fitness product. Actually, the answer is no. When I first met Vince and saw what he did for a living, I was really intrigued. And because he had so many male followers, I actually thought, maybe if we end up hooking up, I can do the female version of Vince. I never actually told Vince these thoughts because, well, sometimes when you mix business with pleasure and you're together all the time, a lot of times, marriages don't work. So I was actually really fearful to tell him that I wanted to get into the fitness industry, thinking that, we might have too many similar interests. So after I decided to put a female product together, when I told Vince, he was absolutely psyched. He wanted me to do it, and he mentioned it, on occasion, and he would kind of joke around about it with his friends. So no, it was definitely my idea. Absolutely yes. And this is a new discovery for me. This is the foundation behind Flavilicious Fitness and the core behind Full Bodylicious. Now let me ask you a question. Does it make sense to train the exact same way as a male when he's going in to bulk up his thighs and we want to trim our thighs? When is the last time you heard a male say, I want to lift my butt? Probably not anytime recently. Now, according to Paul Chek, women are more energy efficient, and this is because they carry around a fetus for 9 months. This means that women adapt to exercises quicker than men, and therefore they need to shock their system to make significant changes. Now, women also have more slow twitch muscle fibers than a man. So these muscle fibers are used for endurance sports, for example, running. Now, our fast twitch muscle fibers are responsible for growth. So these are the muscle fibers that we need to stimulate to make changes. These muscle fibers are going to create the chiseled look on our arms, get those smoking hot abs. So these are the muscles that we need to target. And since we have less fast twitch muscle fibers, we have to do certain exercises that make sure that we really engage these fast twitch fibers. I can say this very confidently. The number one reason women struggle with their bodies is because of bad information. There is so much information, and I'm definitely a victim of this. I've tried so many things to try to lose weight, try to get my abs to, that nice six-pack, try to get my arms defined. There's just so much misinformation, bad information, people out there just trying to make money. And unfortunately, us women, we're emotional. We get sucked in, we're visual, we see a hot woman on the cover of a product and we automatically think, oh my gosh, I want to look like that. If I just try to do this program, my body is going to change. I think that's definitely the number one reason that women aren't seeing a drastic change in their bodies. It's just all the poor information that's not even healthy for them. Why should females listen to me? Well, I would have to say it's because practice makes perfect, and I've used my own body as a test subject. I've been researching for about 7 years now, trying to get that flawless figure, and I recently got my body fat down to 13%. So I'm extremely proud, and I've tried everything. I've tried different foods, I've tried different exercise routines, and I think that I finally nailed it. Being a registered nurse gives me a lot of information on nutrition, gives me a lot of information on how the different system in your bodies work, so I have that advantage. I'm also a personal trainer. I really studied on how, each muscle in the body functions. Another thing is that I hired this amazing trainer who taught me so much about the difference in female fitness and how females should train. And, he, after even couple of weeks of training with him, I really saw a difference in my body. I've also been studying under Dr. John Berardi. He is the world's top nutritionist. And I have learned so much about exercise, so much about nutrition that is really going to change the way that females look. I think that would definitely have to be set a deadline. Deadlines are so powerful. They inspire you, they motivate you. I set a deadline for March 20th, and that was the date that I was going to do a photo shoot. So I hired the industry's top photographer. He is responsible for shooting so many magazine covers such as Oxygen, Health and Fitness. And once I set that deadline, I was committed, and you can't look back. You set a deadline, you make certain plans, and you have to follow through, or else you're just going to be so disappointed. And I think if you don't set a deadline, then you're just going to come up with excuse after excuse. I always thought I was so busy, I'll get to the photo shoot, I'll figure out all these ways to make my body look the way that I want it to be, but somehow, life just gets thrown in the way, and you just set things to the side. So setting a deadline is one of the most powerful things you can do to achieve any goal, not just your fitness goal, but any goal in life. I am really excited about this product. I really think that women are going to see so much change in their bodies. This entire program has so much science based behind it. It's not just a whole bunch of exercises thrown together just for working up a big sweat. It really takes into account a woman's physique, their muscles, the parts of the body that, women want to shrink, the parts of the body that women want to bulk up, lift. And I just think that it's going to be a really great exercise program for women to incorporate, and you're going to have a lot of fun with it, and you're going to see changes so fast. So I'm really excited for you guys.